What up, world? What up, media? I am Drewize. This is Drewize Topics. Good morning to you, YouTube, and the whole entire world. Now I want to get to this topic, which is true. It's a fact. And the world today doesn't acknowledge it because the world today is all about sport and play, lies, deceit, falsehood, and don't want to accept truth and don't want to realize truth at all. You know, that's how I look at it, and that's how some others will look at it. In this world today, 2016, 21st century, going on 2017. Now, the topic is the truth is the truth, and the truth hurts. Yes. Okay, first off, one truth is we are going to go through a trial of a great chastisement by God, and God's going to come off his throne and come down here as himself. God's going to judge a particular people, a particular nation, God is on simmer mode, but God is boiling within himself with great anger. Because today, man, black or white, we're being disobedient and so much more. See, I can go on from night to day about how we are so disobedient, how we're so far from God. Regardless, we go to the Kingdom Hall, church, or mosque, we still stink in his nostrils and we are considered filthy rags, Even though we are the best of God's creation, this body, this magnificent body that he created from the ground, He breathed the breath of nostrils into the man, and then he created woman. That's one truth. The second truth is about black folks. Now, this is not to be racist or prejudiced or have hatred, but we as black people, we are the true descendants from God, But every black person is not going to see it that way. Every black person is not going to believe it, because every black person, some black people think, well, the white man this and white man that, But black people, we as blacks, we're still not Americans, Only when we be Americans, unless we pay taxes and fight in some man's war, whatever, that's it. Regardless of what you think, as a black person, truth is truth. We was brought to this country to be put to work and remain as a slave. This country was only built and designed only for white people, Europeans, and stuff like that. This country, to me, and to you, is only designed for whites. We, myself, was supposed to be put to work and be as slaves, like I said, The truth is the truth, and the truth hurts, But see, I look at it like this. White people, Caucasians, and like I said, there's not no prejudice or racist. I'm coming off because I have white friends, and I'm not prejudiced or racist at all. But see, white people, some white people, you put yourself up here, and you think that you are the gods of this earth. You think that you are better and you are more superior than anybody else. You know? Do you know why God put you here on this earth for a so-called reason? You as a race of people, God put you here on this earth to be vicegerent for a particular time. That means exercise power. Now, it's more of you than us in government. It's a fact. You know? Now, the reason why he put you here on this earth to be vicegerent, because he wants you to bring out the best of me as a black man. You know? Now, even though you are in rulership now, because you are the modern pharaoh in this today's world, you know? Now, some Caucasians think that everybody else that's non-white is inferior, you know? And you think that you are so damn right, you know? Yeah. But see, you do not like when a black person have intelligence, smart education behind him. You don't like that at all, because you think that blacks supposed to be underneath your foot and things like that, you know? And all honest. This is all honest. You use your woman, your white woman, to bring us black men down. You know? How? I believe this. We're not supposed to race mix at all. We're not supposed to. You see, God always talked about separation and things like that. Even though I know it's not going to come down to that point. You know what I'm saying? But God's going to come down. He's going to judge a particular nation. You know? We're not supposed to race mix. And sometimes, and not to be funny, when you race mix, sometimes you create crazy children. Children, when you race mix with black and white, sometimes your children come out a little crazy, have a mental problem, you know? Now, it's not good to race mix, because when you race mix, we race mix with you, we weaken our bloodline, you know? I'm gonna say how, and this is my belief, because I don't have no white woman baby mother. I don't have biracial children. No, I don't. My children are black children, you know? My daughters, they make a pass to be mixed biracial children, but they're not, you know? Their skin tone is light, joined up, lighter brown, whatever. But they're black. My son is black, you know? And just like they say, well, ever since we got to this country, the white man been mixing with us and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you may say that. You may say that. But the slave master did not find all the slave women appealing, you know? He wasn't attracted to every slave woman, black woman. No, he wasn't. He was attracted to certain ones. True enough, he did rape the slave women and mistreat them. True enough, you know what I'm saying? And had some of the biracial slaves either in the house or in the field. But more times, likely, they was in the house, you know? And you bet not, as a black person at that time, be caught reading, you know? You bet not. That was forbidden at that time. If a slave master saw a black slave had knowledge, oh, getting killed, chop your head off, whatever. But anyway, black people, because it is true, it is so true. Black people, black man and black woman, I said this before, our makeup is strong, you know, our genetics and our genes is strong. This is not to be racist, this is true, you know. Now when you go to mix something, it's just like you have a race horse. You breed horses and you race them to gain money. Now, if that race horse always come in first place, always win, that racing horse is so strong, you know, and you get a lot of money from that one horse that keep always coming in first place. You know? Now, you as a breeder of racing horses, why would you go and mix that horse with a horse that is not a championship racing horse, strong racing horse, first place winner racing horse? Would you mix it with something else that's not? No, you not. You wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? The moment you do that, you know what I'm saying, and you think like you gonna do something better, you know what I'm saying, not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna happen. Try it, racing horse breeder. Try it. That mixed biracial horse, cross horse, is not going to get up to its potential like that full bred horse. No, that horse will always, that mixed cross horse will always come in last place, and then that horse breeder will have to take it in the back of the barnyard or something and shoot it down, blow it away, put out his misery, because he lost so much money. But see, it's like another way. It's like the black man and woman. It's like strong, straight coffee. In order to weaken something, you have to put cream in it, sugar, to weaken it so it won't taste with that effect so strong, because some of us cannot drink straight coffee. You know, we are the strong coffee, straight coffee. We as blacks is the strong coffee. We as blacks is the strong first place racing horse. Strong. You know what I'm saying? So when you mix something, you weaken something, you know? So it's not good to race mix. It's not good, you know? It was forbidden then, you know? And that's what upset God. You know what I'm saying? God is upset with us in so many different ways. We think we can do all this and all this like that. Hallelujah, 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 praise God. We think we can do all that. You know what I'm saying? In the church, in the kingdom hall, in the mosque, in the synagogue. We are a bunch of blind leading the blind. You know? In all honesty, we have been deceived in religion, you know, because religion was thought of by man for a so-called purpose to conquer, you know. We've been deceived. Satan can walk in that church as himself. Satan can walk in that kingdom hall as himself. Satan can walk in that mosque and synagogue, whatever place of non-denomination place. He can walk in that church and sit down like I'm sitting down and look this way, look that way, and look at that pastor, and look at that preacher, reverend, and deacon, whoever it is, on preaching and stuff, and look at you and say, shit, I can come on in here, you know? So, I mean, back what I was saying. We think as black folks, black men and black women, we think if we because there's so much of us down here in Akron, Ohio. We are beating and tingling with white girls. You know what I'm saying? And white men. We are. And that's why we produce a lighter tone child, and that their hair is not so coarse at all. It got a straighter or sometimes a curlier look up here. Black folks need to understand something. You need to understand something, black folks. You think you're doing a good job. You think you're doing a good job by thinking, I don't want my child to be so dark, and I want my child to be high and bright and have good hair and stuff. You think you're doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? You think you're doing something. Remind you, there's not no prejudice or racist how I'm coming off. It's not. You know, because I used to date white women. I used to. But I was always still drawn to black women. You know what I'm saying? True enough. You know? You think, like I said, you're doing a good job. Because I heard it from my friend before. You know? He have two biracial children. He said to himself, my child will have good hair, and he's light and bright, and ooh, he like this and that. I'm sitting there thinking like, you think you're doing something. You think you accomplished something, but don't realize the truth of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You weakening your bloodline that way. You know what I'm saying? Because true enough, black men and black women, there are black people like my skin complexion have some hair like me, but my hair is not niggerish hair. You know what I'm saying? Nah. You know? I have a curled, soft, fine, textured, thick, greater hair. There are black people like that, like myself. You know? You got some black people that got darker skin complexion, have nicer, greater hair, and light eyes, whatever. You know, they are. You know? But see, it's like, because I see it so much. I see so many black dudes, you know, kicking black women to the curb and pursuing white women. And the white woman will always say, in this way, sometimes I can treat you better than that so-called black woman. I can treat you better. But you gotta do something for me. And one of it is, stay away from your family and come with my family. Yes. You know? And we'll do that. But see, this is how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? The truth is the truth, and the truth hurts. You know? Enough of that one. Another truth is, this country, we lead more in a high rate. A high rate. We are number one in all things. And this country is the mystery Babylon that Revelations was talking about. Is talking about, excuse me. It's talking about. Because Babylon the Great, it said what? There were every foul spirit of all kinds and things like that. Look at this country that we live, you know, in. We lead more in incarceration. We lead more in homosexuality. We lead more in obesity. We lead more in drugs, in alcohol consumption. We lead more in health, you know. We lead more. And we lead more in so much wickedness and evil, you know. And all honest, this country is being judged as we speak. You know, because this is a great country. Don't get me wrong. This is a great country. A great country. You know, powerful country. People in other countries still fear us, but they're saying, "Ha, we go bounce back and kick yo." You know, I think right now the country that is improving, is still improving, and will always improve. China and Japan, you know, the countries. But China, how come their economy, they're improving in the economy? They got so much, all this stuff is good, they are improving. You know what I'm saying? Their economy is good. Look at our economy. You know, it's like that scripture says, my people are called by my name, and things like that. And God said, I should be their Lord. And he said, I also will heal the land and stuff like that. You know? So how can God do that when this country is not going to admit the wrong doing that this country is doing? You know? The people that run this country is mistreating people. Blacks and poor whites and Hispanics, and especially the Native Americans, you know? How can God heal this country? How can God bless this country? How can he do it? How? You know? In all honesty, the reason why they legalized gay marriage, reason why they minimize, reason why they legalize it, I mean, because they want to kind of what it is, stop people for populated the earth, because the earth is too populated, so that's why they legalize gay marriage, you know, lesbian marriage, transgender marriage, whatever, to stop the birth rate, to decline people, you know, because it's overpopulated. But that's not going to stop anybody from sitting down and laying down having a child. You know what I'm saying? Because people out in the world still want to have babies and stuff, you know? So, I look at like, well, it's about to hit the fan. And we are living in Revelations. And Donald Trump, I'm going to say this. Some of you don't believe it because you are Trump followers. And I don't see how you could follow this man after he got so much dirt on him came up. I don't see how you elected this man after he talked about women, the mentally challenged people. He dogged a war veteran, a war soldier veteran's family. How can you vote for this man? How can you elect him as president? And I'm going to say this. It's going to be another version of the Purge movie. Yeah, you seen the Purge? You see that movie? It's going to be another version of that. And that's that. Now, to me, I look at it like, well, it is what it is. When that day comes, when they start putting the mark on people, the mark. And I think the chip is one of them. That you use for your cars and stuff. You might disagree, but that's your opinion. But that's how I look at it. The truth is the truth, and the truth hurts. So, and I'm going to say this, I'm hearing that people are getting paid to protest and getting paid to be rowdy and start fights and act a fool and cause chaos in the streets and stuff. Me personally, I think protesting don't do nothing. Don't have no effect to this man. You can protest all day long up in Cleveland, up in Ferguson, up wherever you at in this United States of America, protest. Protesting does not get the hint to this man today. No, it don't. Because you say, all right, want to protest? Let's get the police, strap them up with automatic assault weapons, and go to war. Yeah. Protesting does not get the hint to these people in government. No, it don't. You know what I'm saying? You want to throw bricks through the window? You want to start a riot, set cars on fire? Go right ahead. And that's when they call the National Guard in and whatever. Call the troops in and shoot you down in the name of your protests. Or you had this board says this and that. You know, protest does not get the hint to this man. He said whatever. That is a way to put you down like an animal. Because even though you're upset about the election, you elected this man, Donald Trump, in, that don't get the hint to this man. Especially as a black person. You want to start a war, you say this is wartime, as a black man, this is wartime, go right ahead, start a war, black man. Start a war. Because you are outmatched to this man's weaponry and power. You know, start a war, black man. Say, I'm going to war, I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. Start a war. He's going to want you to do that so he can put you down as an animal. Because white people, some white people that are prejudiced and racist, hates blacks. They say black people are nothing but animals and savages. When you use the word savage, you are pronouncing the name of nigger. Nigger is a savage. And we need to take nigger out our vocabulary, out of our tongues. Stop using the word nigger. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. You know? In order to beat this man is to use this. Is to use knowledge. And white folks cannot stand a black person that has knowledge. To this day, they can't stand it. So, protesting does not get the hint. Protesting does not work. Does not work. What I said before, we need to bring in truth. You know, bring in truth. You know, the more we start bringing in truth and starting a revolution, then we get the hint to this person being in government that sits in that chair behind closed doors. Then we go to war. We go to war on truth. That's what Armageddon is based on. Truth against falsehood. You know? Yeah. That's that. Drewize Topics. I am Drewize. You know? You can post a comment about what I just said if you like to. If you like. You know? Like, share, subscribe. And like I said, good morning to you, YouTube, and the whole entire world. And I am Drewize at Drewize Topics.